Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of SubwaySim 2. Today we are down at Warschauer Straße where you can see an absolutely beautiful Bombardier Flexity tram, an HK, another A3L92. Today we are going to be driving the route U3, the U3 to Krumme Lanke. Now this is the other route. We have already driven the U1 of course in the HK the first time. And then the second time we were driving this, so yesterday we were driving this the other direction, but unfortunately it didn't work, did it? There was a bit of a problem, so let me just get this set up here. Right, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 9, 0, boom, and wrong one, there we go, right, press it again, and get the doors open, lovely. 8 seconds until departure time, they really do not give you a long time to get these things set up, do they? So yeah, we're going to be driving the other direction. Now, I've not had any issues at all driving in this direction with this game. So we're going to have a go, see what happens. Right, doors are closed, get it in drive. Full steam ahead. Yeah, we're going to see how we get on. Obviously, I've not driven the U3 in this direction on video. I've not driven the U3 at all on video. I have done the U3 in both directions. It is always that same signal named Mockenbrücke that seems to be causing the issue. So I'm assuming that there's just a bug with it. The trains are getting stuck. Hopefully that will be sorted prior to release. Just slow down there, you can see. Obviously we've driven this in this direction. What I would like to see is that this sort of, you know, they could pad that out a bit. That looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Let's face it. It would be nice if they did something a little bit more, you know, something a little bit different with it. Even if they did like an OMSI thing, you know, where they had like a barrier, like one thing with like a piece of, I don't even know what the word is. You'll know what I mean probably. Like a texture across the skyline so that it looks like there's something there rather than just an abyss. I think that would be a bit better. Rightio, coming into Schliess's Tor. Obviously, I wanted to drive the A3L92 and make a half-decent job of it. It is very much different to driving the HK, it has to be said. I tried driving the HK in the other direction, and you know how just before Nollendorfplatz, there was the problem, wasn't there, where the train just came to a stand. It appears that it does that on the HK as well. I'm not entirely sure why. Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Train to Krumme Lanke. On you get, everybody.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
There we go. Right, off we go. Nope. Try again. Ways. Full steam ahead. Excessive acceleration. We do always get told off for that, don't we? Of course, when you set all the systems up, you do get announcements, don't you? It does sound fantastic. Obviously now it goes do-do-do. They used to just go do-do. They've changed the jingle, haven't they, in the past couple of years? So yeah, we'll have a little bit of brake in here for the 40. I love the noise as you're going around the corners. It sounds fantastic, doesn't it? The flange. It just sounds so realistic. Has to be said, I really am a fan of this game. There's a link in the description below if you want to go check it out. I really do advise you to do so. And of course this does come out today, so by the time this goes out it might have already come out. So yeah, if you're not pre-ordering, right, here we go, let's stop. You can see the mirror on the right hand side there. Beautiful.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
On you get, everybody.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
There we go. Full steam ahead. Losing the points for the excessive acceleration as well. Beautiful.
Cottbuser Tor, Übergang zur U8.
So obviously it's a very frequent service down here, isn't it? We've got the U1 and the U3, so they're every couple of minutes up to Wittenbergplatz. Right, a little bit of braking here for Cottbuser Tor. Is it the U8 that you can change for here? I think he said U8. Right, yeah, there we go. Bit of stopping, come on. Perfect in the mirror there, that'll do.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte.
Beautiful. So I wonder if I knock that down, will it accelerate slower? No. It does on the HK. If you're 25 kilometers an hour, it only gives you 50% power.
Prinzenstraße. Übergang zur JB Mobilitätsstation. Ausstieg rechts.
It is nice, sort of floating above Berlin, isn't it? On the metro, on the U-Bahn. I do like how they've done the narrow profile trains as well, because obviously it gives you a couple of different routes to drive. I think that's very much a nice thing. You know, if you have if you only have one route to drive, it would get a bit dull, wouldn't it? But the fact they've given us a couple, it works very well. And the U1 and U3, obviously I realise most of it is the same route. There we go, flying into Prinzenstraße, which I imagine is Prince's Street, maybe? Obviously we're not going to the end of the platform on this one. There we go.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Perhaps we stopped a little bit short there, but never mind.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
I've not found we've had too many issues either since I've been using 60 FPS in the mirrors instead of 30 FPS. It did say that it's not the recommended, and we could have more issues. But yeah, I've had no issues at all, to be honest with you.
Übergang zur U6. Ausstieg rechts.
What I have noticed, if you start down at Warschauer Straße and drive up to either Krumme Lanke or Uhlenstraße on the U1, if you then change ends and drive back again, you don't seem to have the issue with that signal at Mockenbrücke. It's a very odd one, isn't it? I think it's just a broken signal, to be honest with you, but on Train Sim Classic you can tab past it, can't you? Whereas you can't on this, obviously. You just get stuck. Hallisches Tor. Lovely. Right, a bit more braking. There we go. Doors are open. Look at that. That was a pretty perfect stop, to be honest with you.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Everybody on. Ah, you see it's done it again. That train's stuck there. Because next stop's Mockenbrücke, isn't it?
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just that signal that's broken. That's such a shame. It wasn't broken earlier. Have they done an update? They must have done an update. I'm sorry, little train. You're going to be stuck there for a while. A little bit of lag there for a second. Braking. Come on, let's actually stop. That'd be a good start, wouldn't it?
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Wow, we get 46 seconds sat here. Bit of time, isn't there? I mean, everyone seems to sit here for a while. Twiddle your thumbs, everybody. Right, and then we'll do it again. There we go. We'll do it again just so they know.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Full steam ahead. Next stop, Gleisdreieck, and then we'll be heading underground, of course. I can't believe how well I'm actually getting to know this.
Gleisdreieck, Übergang zur U2 und zur Mobilitätsstation.
Another set coming the other way, so that's obviously what we were on. That's literally our train, isn't it, that got stuck there? Here we go, coming into Gleisdreieck. Of course, the U2 is below us at this point. Pankow to Ruhleben.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte.
Off we go. Right, going underground, of course, now. So we'll up to 25, and then we'll keep an eye on those brakes. Oh.
Kurfürstenstraße.
Kurfürstenstraße. When you get the hang of this, it is actually pretty easy to drive. It's just a little bit more complex than the previous one that we were on. Excuse me, I don't really understand the brakes, how so obviously we're braking now, we're on E1, a little bit more because we are still speeding. Right, we'll slow down to 40. So we've got E1, and then you have release, which we're on now, and then drive. I don't get why they would have two different brake levels. It just seems a bit odd to me. Nice tight corners underground, I love it. Flying round. Oh no, the HK is going to get stuck. What I do worry, because we're on a U3, is that because obviously it's quite a distance, isn't it, until we get that. I don't want everything to get so stuck that it actually impacts the journeys coming back the other way. It's like we'll get stuck before we get to Krumme Lanke because all the trains are just backed up. Oh, we're stopping here because we're a 6 car, of course. There we go.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
One thing as well, I don't know if you noticed, this is obviously not a wheelchair accessible train, the HK is, so depending what the train is, depends, as per real life, as to whether there's a wheelchair symbol there on the departure screens. I love that, that's such a nice little attention to detail. Nollendorfplatz, a bit of a weird one because I think the U2 is above ground at Nollendorfplatz. Right, bit of braking. Obviously 25 is coming up. I think that's halfway down the platform, isn't it? So we'll brake for that. Got a red signal, that's not good. Although we are a little bit early, to be fair, so maybe that'll clear. I really hope that'll clear. I get really panicky now when I see the red signals.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Right, bob that back up to 40 kilometres an hour. There we go. Signals have cleared, that'll do.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte.
I love the door alarms. They're so loud, aren't they? It's brilliant. It's very in your face. Oh, hang on, up to 25. Obviously, we're not going to 40 just yet, are we?
Wittenbergplatz. Übergang zur U1 und U2. Dieser Zug fährt weiter nach Krumme Lanke. This train continues to Krumme Lanke.
Yes, because at one point I think the U3 actually used to terminate at Wittenbergplatz. And it was just the U1, so you'd have to change. Whereas now, obviously, they all continue. They used to have that, like, U1/3. If memory serves me right. I can't remember why they did that now. Maybe it's because U1/3, they both go to Warschauer Straße. Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh wow, look, you've got the... I don't know what those ones are, but they're only ever found on the U2. Brake. Whoops. Yeah, a little bit fast there, never mind. They're brilliant, those sets on the left. I love them. It's a shame they didn't feature them in this, but then again, I guess for the U1 and the U3, why would they? And they did feature them, you can see them there. It's a nice little addition, is that?
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Right, come on. Let's see that green signal. There we go.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Come on, we can beat that one. But hey, off we go. Look at that. Bit of a train race. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's going straight away because obviously the U2... So that's the U2, it joins back on again. So obviously last time we went up there with the U1, because that's to Uhlenstrasse, whereas we're going round to the left-hand side now, and I believe under the U2. Right, so this is uncharted waters for me now. We've not driven down here together, but we get another 20 minutes of driving. It's obviously the 40-minute long route, as opposed to the 20-minute long. Excuse me, love, you stood in front of my mirror there.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Heck, we have a bit of time waiting here, don't we? Oh, there's a train coming the other way. You can just about make it out in the tunnel. I do like the U-Bahn. I think it is one of my favourite methods of getting around Berlin. More so than the S-Bahn. I'm not a massive fan of the S-Bahn, to be honest with you. Oh, HK. Lovely.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Off we go. Up to 60. Wow. You do find there's a few more 60 sections down here.
Spichenstraße. Übergang zu
Spichenstraße.
Ausstieg rechts.
Love it. Oh, we need to slow down to 40 here. Right, let's make sure we stop properly. Lovely.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Come on, everybody on.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Oh, with someone, isn't there? Boarding when the alarm's gone. Oh, you've missed it, Flower. Sorry. First in line for the next one, Petal. What are they? I think there's another one in 6 minutes. So I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hohenzollernplatz.
Hohenzollernplatz. They've got some fantastic names, haven't they, on the U-Bahn? Come on. Oh, there's a train coming the other way. Oh, it's an A3L92. And you know what? We're actually running relatively to time, aren't we? Makes a nice change.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
What I will have to do is get up to actually see my mirror. There we go. I love how they all get on. I'd love this game. Honestly, it's so well done. I think I'd have probably enjoyed SubwaySim Hamburg more, you know, the original one, if it had been in Berlin, because I'd have actually known it. Obviously, it's a lot more, sort of, you can appreciate the realism more when you actually know the area. You know, if you've never been to Berlin in your life, you could be like, yeah, okay, random subway simulator, okay, meh. But this is really, really good. Go, bit of braking. Right, let's have a bit more braking because we've got a 35 coming up. That is the most awkward speed when you're in the A3L92. Because it doesn't have a hold speed for 35. It has for 25 and 40. go.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Come on, everybody on.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Thought there was someone holding job up for a second there. Right, so what we'll do is we'll go up to 25 and then up to about there. There we go. Look at that. We got to 35. Heidelberger Platz. Change for the S-Bahn. I don't actually know which S-Bahn that would be. This is what Google is for. Oh, Heidelberger Platz. No wonder I've heard of it. It's on the Ringbahn. We've obviously driven that, haven't we? We've got the Ringbahn for train sim. It's almost high-speed running, isn't it, when you get out here? I do like the square tunnels, you know, I remember my first Berlin subway game. It was the MSTS, Microsoft Train Simulator Berlin Subway. I played that for so many hours. I just enjoyed pootling up and down, you know, in the trains. Particularly around Olympiastadion. There we go, right, get them doors open.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Come on, everybody on.
Zurückbleiben bitte. Rüdesheimer Platz.
Rüdesheimer Platz. Having the old speed set's a really, really useful thing, isn't it? And to say these trains are as old as they are, you know, having the speed sets are really sort of very ahead of its time. Now, I don't think any of our London Underground trains on speed set at this age. Mind you, to be fair, the 1967s, they did have ATO, didn't they? So, maybe. Well, there we go, we'll slow down nice and early here so that we don't overshoot. I am definitely getting better at this. Look at that, nice smooth stop.
Nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte.
Off we go, back up to 60.
Breitenbachplatz. Übergang zur Mobilitätsstation.
Oh dear, that's not good. My headset's on low battery. I've recorded that many videos today. It's knackered. I don't know if that'll come across in the recording. I don't think it will. You might have got a little boop boop, battery level low. Oh, I hope it don't run out. I'm having a whale of a time at the minute. We're nearly there. It's on the longest route. Alright, here we go. Slow down for the 40. I think it went from 50 and then to 40 in a very, very short space of time. Come on, everybody on, please.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
I think as well, when you go to close your doors, if there's people in the way of the doors, it takes longer to shut, because at some stations it's definitely quicker, isn't it? I like as well the fact that there's trains in the turnback sidings, but there doesn't appear to be any jobs that we have on here where you can do like shorter trips. I think you can do a couple that shuttle up and down between Nollendorfplatz and Uhlenstrasse, like in the evening. Podbielski. Single set there, going the other way. Now this looks like we're going above ground. Does look like we're going uphill, doesn't it? Oh wow, we are going above ground. The Podbielski Alley is, yeah, it's an above ground station. Uh-oh. We might be about to overshoot here. Whoopsie doodle. That's a problem. Stop! That was not an accurate stop. I was too excited about the fact we were going above ground. Right, well what I'll do... Oh, there we go. Charge those brakes again now that we've dumped them. We'll pretend we had a Z out when we pressed door closed. There we go. Wasn't my best stop, but never mind. We didn't miss a station, so that's the main thing. Yeah, if we're going to be blasting along at 60 kilometres an hour, we're going to have to make sure that we're more prepped for the stations. Doesn't actually, the S-Bahn, not S-Bahn, the U-Bahn that we're on now doesn't actually interact with any other S-Bahns. Or any other, I'm assuming it interacts with the bus network, but yeah, all the way to Krumme Lanke now, there's no S-Bahns or any sort of regional railway services. Oh Joe, you were doing so well until the last stop. Right, 6 car, we've got some screens on the right hand side. Where are my screens? Where's my mirrors?
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte.
And away we go. Freie Universität. It's one thing, isn't it? Usually, like when we were on the Transport Fever Britannia series, my pronunciation was absolutely garbage. But actually in German, because I can speak a little bit of German, I think my pronunciation's a hell of a lot better. I still can't say Schliesches and Tor, the first stop outside Warschauer Straße. Schliesches Tor? I don't know what it is about it, I just can't say it. There's too many S's in one word, isn't it? They're very cruel. I bet they did that deliberately so that tourists couldn't say it. Look at that, that would have been a near perfect stop there.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Off we go again. Oscar Helena Heim. Or is it Helene? So I would say Helene there.
Oscar Heleneheim.
Helena. Give him a wave. Another single set going the other way. I don't know why it should seem so weird that it's like above ground, because there's parts of the London Underground network which are above ground, of course. Just, yeah, when the underground trains come up, they put their heads up like little moles looking out into the sunlight. It's, I don't know why, it's just very weird. This is another one, the 6-car stops nowhere near a mirror. I find that strange. Got a bit of time to wait. Come on, everybody on.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Obviously, I would like to play some of the scenarios. What I think I'm going to do, because obviously this is releasing today if it's not already released. I think we're going to do it on like maybe every Saturday. We'll do that.
Onkel Toms Hütte.
Uncle Tom's Hut. Uncle Tom's Hut. What a nice name for a... I'm assuming Hütte means hut. But yeah, we'll make sure that we fit this into our weekly schedule at some point, because I really am enjoying this game. It's fantastic. But yeah, hopefully when it's fully released, they'll fix that signal. It's Marienbrücke. Mockenbrücke. I'm thinking Marienkirche, and that's on the bus near Alexanderplatz. So there's things you can do with this as well, like you can open this door while you're on the move, because it's not interlocked, whereas the H-stock, the HK, you can't. So it's nice that they've put little details like that, you know, like we could just open this now and it'll just stay open for the rest of the journey. But the HK, if you do that, it'll stop. Because obviously it's got it built into the interlock system, that door shouldn't be open whilst the train is in motion. It's a nice touch.
Zug nach Krumme Lanke. Einsteigen bitte.
Right, off we go.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Into drive. Come on. Full steam ahead.
Krumme Lanke. Ausstieg rechts.
You have no idea how exciting that is. Do 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 do. That's the little terminus announcement.
All change, please.
I need to get these little sound files on my phone. I'd love them as like my text tone. Right. Got a red coming up, people, so we'll have a little bit of braking. Right, here we go. Come on, let's have a bit of... We're so close, don't fail me now. We're nearly at Krumme Lanke. I'm assuming we're just waiting for a train to come out of the station. Oh, here we go. No, come on. Full steam ahead. Yep, up to the 40. That's straight into the station. So because we're not crossing over, I think when you cross over it's a little bit of a slower track speed. I think maybe 25. If you're going straight in, it looks like it's 40 the whole way. That'll do. Right, well, yeah, 40 minutes bob on. I do hope you have enjoyed today's episode of SubwaySim 2. If you have, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. I'm going to operate the return trip all the way through to Warschauer Straße because, do you know what? I am enjoying this game so much. I really, really am. I'm not saying that because Aerosoft sent me an early copy. I'm very grateful that they did, but yeah, I genuinely, I mean, you know, I love Berlin. So yeah, this for me is absolutely fantastic. I'd be intrigued to see where they go. I think in the day a lot of them turn around in the platform, but I think you can go into the sidings there just to keep things moving. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future SubwaySim 2 episodes. And besides that, as I say, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I shall see you all next time. Cheerio everybody. Goodbye for now.